Okay, welcome here. Today's trader days and signal will be so brief, I guess. So we have yesterday I did some analysis and we talked about how we have some kind of reversal from this level and we discuss it in details. So, but here we are in the market. We considered three possibilities in the market yesterday, which was which was selling from this internal structure that we have on 4 hour and we are still anticipating some kind of movement below if eventually the level that we highlighted there. These are first consideration. I mean, first expectation one, projection two, and projection three. If eventually this low was taken out of the market, because personally I was anticipating this low level for us to trade from. I wasn't even expecting that we're going to have some kind of movement from this level because I expect this OBA to be kind of mitigated before price will continue to move higher. But to my surprise, we did eventually react from this internal structure. And also, our OB lie perfectly on the internal structure. So I was expecting that if the internal structure is going to be used, it will be kind of, taking reacted from this 1 hour order block that we have here. So our expectation one was to kind of maybe if this internal structure that gave birth to this leg, we kind of move and give us some kind of reaction from this internal structure we have on 4 hour, then we can kind of come down into this particular level again to trade from. But since we observe on 50 minutes and we notice some kind of movement and minor shift in the market. We were anticipating that maybe we can react from the OB that was created after the minor market structure shift that we have in. So expecting that this one goes to our projection one, then projection two, and if everything goes out, then we're anticipating projection three. But from what the market is doing, when I come in yesterday night to kind of analyze the market and see what we have in the market, I noticed that, okay, we've already gotten some break of structure into this eye, and the anticipated internal structure of 4 hour was just taken out brutally. So we created some kind of, we created a liquidity void then. Again, from previous something, I noticed that we have some other block here that we were expecting, which the internal structure lie perfectly on, that we're going to react from. You know, I was expecting some kind of reaction from that internal structure here yesterday. So picking the internal structure alone, but three things align here. The internal structure was transcended, and we have some other block here that was supposed to kind of send the price lower, which lie perfectly with the liquidity void that we have here. So normally liquidity void usually just come and this particular leg is enough for the liquidity void to send price into the highs. But what do we have? We see deeper penetration into the liquidity void here, and the internal structure we use on 4 hour to do our to kind of want to sell from yesterday was the internal structure is still here, which lie perfectly with the other block here. So automatically the other block that was supposed to send price lower turns to reclaim other block, and which lie perfectly with liquidity void that we have on this particular level here. So that's a very massive one in the market, and that turns to the liquidity void in the market. So automatically we are expecting some kind of into movement into. So we are anticipating some movement now. We're away from this liquidity void, but from the kind of reaction that is being created here, liquidity void is something that doesn't just allow price to stay longer into it before sending it into this. The kind of movement we are having within this liquidity void is projecting towards with the fact that okay, we might come into this other block that we have here. So personally, just to be with, in fact, this week has been a very massive drawdown of my something. I guess, maybe 12% down now, 12 to 14% down my account in my something. So because I used to 2% to trade, I used 2% on, but on a massive level of my account, I'm yet to be down to more than, I'm even yet to be down on 2%. So I'm still within the 2% of my overall account, but I divide my account up into 10 places. So automatically within the 10 places, only one in it, only one portion of the 10 places I divided my account into is on drawdown of around 14%. So overall, I'm yet to even, I think that should be 1.4% drawdown on overall size of my account. So I'm using a very, very strict risk management rule. So which will never allow my account to get blown. So that's the way I trade. I want to trade with peace of mind, even though it's slow, but nonetheless. Uh, the patient dog always eats the fattest bone here because if you run quickly, your flame will quickly go out. So if you're planning to do something forever, you've got to master it in a way that it's not going to take you out of the show. So that's what it is now. So if we are taking from that now, so I'll personally be trading with bigger range. So with the kind of reaction we are having from here, if we study it on lower time frame, then can see. So we have this leg here. I'm expecting this liquidity void. But personally, what I'm seeing is this liquidity void on 4 hour. Okay. On 15 minutes rather. So, but nonetheless, with the way it's reacting now, I guess I'm going to just double up the something. I'm anticipating. I've moved to the ice. So what we're going to do basically is this. Let's erase all our annotations and reanalyze the market, so that at least we'll be able to move from there. This week has been somehow massive in terms of, in terms of the market, something, what is doing. Because I was expecting this kind of movement in the market, even though if we have these zigzags, spending more than how many days within something. But what I see is this month just want to create an inside bar. That's the only thing that I'm seeing here. It's as if this month you just want to create an inside bar because today is the last trading day of the month. And if today is the last trading day of the month, and we are already on something. Except let's check the news and try to see if there is anything. Thursday, continue. On Friday, we have a lot of news today. A lot of news, a lot of news. There are high impact news, and almost all the high impact news in Europe has been exhausted. We only have, I think, we left inflation rates of Germany and inflation rates yearly and monthly. Okay, so if we want to create an inside bar, then we can be expecting, we can be anticipating that there won't be much movement in the market. So what we're going to do basically is this: we have this level. Let's use for analysis so that at least we can kind of like. So we already have liquidity of this place being taken out. So and we have this level here. Market runs from this particular level. It didn't even touch it, as you can see. So what it uses here is for I don't even know. But if we check on daily, we see one candle here, which is a perfect something. And I guess that's a very lame something. So I want to believe that the price that it uses to react. So target as what the price uses to do what kind of. So personally, I'll kind of like take it as maybe reclaim other block. Let's just target that and we'll be moving forward from there. So on lower time frame, we see some kind of shift in the market, a massive shift, and that's minor MSS. And we have this this trend change because we should be anticipating that this leg will be taken out of the market. So that's the TC on that particular level there. Then here automatically comes to our strong low. So higher low. Then we have this overall flip here. We have a flip on. It's a major flip anyway. Because if we use 4 hour here, we're going to see that is a flip. It's a flip into the ice and okay, nice that. So it's a flip into the ice and coming back to 1 hour, this flip level, I discussed it in my past video. It's a mitigation block. So, and I noticed from the past that it always uses that mitigation block. And I noticed on 15 minutes, it's aligned perfectly with our, what is it called? With our internal structure. So the liquidity void that we have here, I was expecting it that, okay, it's going to send price into the ice. But from the kind of reaction we are having, is it's not doing that yet. So, but I guess the money that it has given in the past, it wants to take it back. So that's the essence of all these manipulations here and there, here and there, here and there. So next month, I believe we're going to kind of have some massive movement into the ice. So if it fails to use the liquidity void we have here, it might be using this one, and we are experiencing some kind of reaction from that place. But we are anticipating island news in the market. So if at all we have this perfect order block here, so perfect. But markets just keep surprising us these days. So that's a no be in the markets, and we can be anticipating that. But nonetheless, what I'll be expecting from this particular level is picking this internal structure on 15 minutes because I see that I've missed a lot of trade from just because of that level. So, and this is 35 pips, 40 pips trade. We go on 4 hour or on 1 hour, it should be perfect for us to set our stop loss based on something. So I guess 37 pips. Can just increase it to 40 because we have some level here. And personally, I just want to kind of put it here because we have another entry here. This is a mitigation block also. So I just want it to be that place. So we have a level there. So say 42 pips something. So that would be 2,100. And here will be 42 pips stop loss. That should give us a perfect 1 to 5. So if this level was taken out of the market, then I'm anticipating that we're going to have some kind of movement into this level. So if this liquidity void is not holding, because personally I was expecting that we're going to have some retracement into this level, and I'm anticipating that this liquidity void is going to give us some kind of movement into there. But from this type of reaction we are having in the market, from this type of reaction we are having in the market, I believe that you see this internal structure is the same internal structure that we have here that got transcended, and surprisingly market is using this place. And I wasn't even expecting any type of reaction from this level any longer. So from the something, it might not be this one that we're going to have this kind of level. So on daily, let's see what it is. If we are to do our analysis on daily or weekly, we see that okay, these are strong low, which is expected to be what to be protected in the market, and these are weak high that we're anticipating. So I'll be going with this trade. That'll be four trades on. So you'll be having four possibilities in the market. And I'm not expecting that we're going to close below this low. If I thought if this level is going to be invalidated, then only anticipating some tap, just tap. But this leg, I believe this leg automatically and already mitigates this particular one here. So anything can happen within the market, you know. So we're going to stick with this one and move with it. Okay. So whatever happens, happens. But this should be kind of, enough to see us away from whatever happens. So these are possibility one because this is a very big order block that we have here. A very big one. A very big one. This particular leg is a very big order block in the market. So we have this internal structure giving us some kind of reactions now. But I'm not selling. I'm not even looking into selling. I want to stick it to my bias of buy. A perfect one, our internal structure. And it might send price lower in the markets. But what I'm having, if we are to trade it on lower time frame, it's a very good trade anyway. Because we have this turtle soup here, and we have this break of structure, we have this flip here. And there should be some kind of retracement into this high. And this leg was not particularly properly mitigated. And we have this movement lower, which you can see that clearly see is a manipulation in the market. So because of this level, I'm not going to be capitalizing on this internal structure at all. So I'll just leave it and let it slide. It's not every trade that we can take. But I would rather stick to my direction, my believed direction in the market. So that at least we can move from there. So we have three trades on now. I mean, four trades that we are anticipating. We have this low here, this level, back into this internal structure, the claim order block to this particular level. We already have one order in our previous video. And we set order here, which is our second possibility. Our third was taken out, but we are replacing it with this particular one. And personally, I'm trading from this liquidity void, but I guess it is already invalidated and I can't be banking on it fully any longer. So I'm sticking with this one. So these are possibility one. Second possibility lie perfectly on this structure break, which is our TC here. And just for anything that can happen, that's the reason why I'm picking it like that. And if eventually we did manipulate this low, I'm anticipating that this internal structure, this this will be taken. So that's my trade. Continue. That's the essence of risk management. So that at least whatever happens in the market, you will not be scared of taking trades any longer. It's a numbers game. Just need to continue to increase your numbers. So that'll be all for today. Have a lovely and profitable trade. Thank you.